Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. In the previous class we discussed about Human Genome Project and its goals and conclusions. Okay, today we will discuss about one of the very important technique and topic, that is the DNA fingerprinting. This is very important for 5 marks and for NEET examination. Many questions will come from this topic. Okay, many times a lot of questions will come from this DNA fingerprinting topic. Okay, this is the last topic of your chapter, that is the DNA fingerprinting. We discussed lot of things about the DNA. Okay, we discussed that DNA, it is a thread like structures contains to form a chromosome, and if you uncoil the chromosome we can get the DNA. The short segment of DNA is known as the protein. It consists of gene which codes for a particular protein. All these things we discussed in the previous class. Now we can discuss a DNA fingerprinting. What is this? A DNA fingerprinting is a technique. It is also known as DNA typing or DNA profiling. Okay, is a technique of determination of nucleotide sequences of a certain area of the DNA which are very unique to each individual. A DNA fingerprinting usually used to identify the parents, used to solve the murder mysteries. Okay, usually the DNA fingerprinting technique is used in the forensic sciences. Okay, parental disputage identifies the criminals. Okay, for that the DNA fingerprinting is important. I will write the points one by one. Just understand DNA fingerprinting. Before going to start this topic, just understand the DNA which is present in all the human beings, it is almost 99.9% similar. Even though all the individuals are differ in their morphology and physiology. Almost 99.9% ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಡಿ ಎನ್ ಎ ಸೇಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅದೀವಿ, ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬರು ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅದೀವಿ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಇವನ್ ದೋ 99.9% ಬರೀ 99 ಅಲ್ಲ, 99.9% all the nucleids are same in all the human beings. Okay, only 0.1% differences creates the variations. Okay, here just I will write DNA fingerprinting or DNA typing, or we can say that is the DNA profiling. Okay, then this is the definition for DNA fingerprinting. DNA fingerprinting is a technique of determination of nucleotide sequences of certain area of DNA, not full DNA. Okay, only a certain areas of DNA which are unique to each individuals, means almost all 90% of the DNA is same, but only a certain areas of DNA which are very unique in the sense they are differ from person to person, they are unique to each individuals. Okay, now we can discuss the principles which are applied for DNA principle. Okay, many informative lines you have to understand before going to start the actual process of DNA fingerprinting. Okay, what are those? First thing, I already told that 99.9% nucleotide base pairs are same in all human beings. Okay, but 99.9% nucleotide base pairs which are present in the human beings are almost all similar, means 99.9% nucleotide base pairs are same in all the human beings. Only 0.1% of nucleotides are different in human beings. In human genome, possesses numerous small non-coding but inheritable sequences or base pairs which are repeated many times. This 0.1% nucleotide difference create a lot of variations. Okay, human genome having numerous small non-coding but inheritable sequences of base pairs which repeats many times. You already know that about 2.0 meters of DNA which is present in the each chromosome, each cell. Okay, in that 3 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs of length of the DNA is 3 into 10 raised to 9. In that only 90% of the DNA is junk. Only 10% of DNA have the functional protein sequences, that is coding sequences. The remaining 90% of the sequences are known as a junk DNA or non-coding sequences. In the human genome, a numerous small non-coding means a small sequences, repetitive sequences are present in the junk DNA. It is known as a repetitive DNA or junk DNA. The area with a small same sequences of bases repeated several times It's called as a repetitive DNA. The definition of repetitive DNA is the area with the area of DNA with a same sequences of base repeats many or several times is called repetitive DNA. Listen. Now I am just going to draw the chromosome. Here I am considering this much of portion in the chromosome. Okay, the DNA is like this. Okay, in that I will draw horizontally which I am drawing with the shade that is considered as a functional gene, gene 1, 2, 3. Okay, in between the genes there are so many repetitive sequences, ATGC, ATGC, ATGC. Here GC, AT, GC, AT, CCTT, like this. Here you can see ATGC, ATGC, which is present in the middle of two genes. This is considered as repetitive sequences. These sequences are repeats many times. Okay, these repetitive sequences are known as a satellite DNA. Okay, the repetitive DNA which consists of continuously sequentially repeated sequences known as a tandem repeats. Okay, these repeats are known as tandem repeats. Means a same sequence which is present in the DNA continuously. Like I will give another example. Consider this much of gene is present here and this much of gene is present in this portion. Okay, GCTTC, 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 and here also GCTTC. GCTTC is a one sequence, repetitive sequence. It repeats for 4 times. Here you can see 4 times same repeat. This type of repeats are known as a tandem repeats. Usually the tandem repeats or the repetitive DNA is present in all the human beings. This is known as a tandem repeat. Usually the tandem repeats are occurs in the region of telomeres. Again I will draw the one chromosome diagram. These are the chromatids, tetravalent chromosome. These are the small short arms, these are the long arms. In between the arms there is a point known as a centromere or kinetochore. The tip of the arms are known as a telomeres. Okay, these are the telomere region of chromosome. In the chromosome, center point is known as a centromere. A tip portion is known as a telomere. The tandem repeats are usually occurs in the region of near to the telomere, centromere, in Y chromosome. The tandem repeats are more in case of Y chromosome than heterochromatin regions. Heterochromatin regions. Okay, this is very important. The tandem repeats are usually occurs in the regions of telomere, centromere, Y chromosome and heterochromatin regions of chromatin. Then the tandem repeats can be separate as satellite DNA from the bulk DNA. Usually these repetitive sequences are considered as a satellite DNA. Satellite DNA. Okay, next. The tandem repeats can be separate as satellite DNA from the bulk DNA by the process of density gradient centrifugation. Okay, by, here I will write density gradient centrifugation. Density gradient centrifugation is one of the technique. It separates a nucleotide sequences based on the molecular weight. Okay, a smaller, less molecular weight sequences are float on the test tube, then heavier sequences are present below the test tube. Okay, here it is very important thing. The tandem repeats which are present in the DNA can be separate as a satellite DNA. Okay, the repetitive sequences are known as a satellite DNA. They are separate from a usually coding DNA. It is considered as a bulk DNA. It is by the process of density gradient centrifugation. Then, hence, the satellite DNA based on the repetitive sequences, length, base composition and number of tandem repeats, it is classified into two categories. Here, the satellite DNA respective of base in tandem depending on length, base composition, and number of tandem and respective unit of satellite DNA. Further categorized into two types like micro satellite and mini satellite. Okay, the satellite DNA with respect to of base of tandem depending on the length, base composition and number of tandem repeats, they can divide it into two categories like microsatellites and mini satellites. Okay, the satellite DNA shows a polymorphism. This is a very important thing for our DNA fingerprinting. The satellite DNA shows polymorphism. Polymorphism in the sense, suppose, okay, I am giving the example of 4 peoples. Okay, here the first person name is X, second one Y, Z and W. Okay, these are the 4 persons. Same chromosome, chromosome number 1, chromosome number 1, chromosome number 1, chromosome number 1. Okay, then they have the same genes, the gene position is also same. Okay, then this which I drawn with the red color one, these are considered as the repetitive sequences or tandem repeats or satellite DNA. Here the repeats are repeated for 3 times. Here the repeats are repeated for 4 times. Here the repeats are repeated for 5 times plus 1, 6 times. Here only 2 times. The person which are having the gene functional coding sequences are same, but they are differ with having the repetitive sequences. This is considered as a polymorphism. The repetitive sequences can create some many variations. It is known as a polymorphism. Okay, it's very simple. The satellite DNA which is present, it is a repetitive sequences. It is considered as a macro satellite and a mini satellites. They can form the polymorphism in the individuals. Okay, this is very important thing. This polymorphism is a key point for our DNA fingerprinting. That's why we can usually say the DNA is differ from individual to individual. The difference is due to the junk DNA or tandem repeats or satellite DNA. The difference we can say that is a polymorphism. Next, the DNA polymorphism are the difference in the DNA sequence among the individual. The definition of DNA polymorphism: DNA polymorphism are the difference in DNA sequence among individuals. Okay, among the individuals is known as a DNA polymorphism. The variations occurs due to the mutations. Why the polymorphism is occur means the DNA variation is due to the mutation only. Here variation occurs due to mutation. The variation occurs due to the mutation in the gene mutation by the gene mutation it produces the alleles. You know that alleles are the homologous chromosome differ in a contrasting, means which codes for a contrasting characters. Okay, alleles with different expressions. The gene mutation produces the alleles with different expression. Means if any mutation occurs for this T, it will convert into T. For consideration means this genotype will change to this type. If any differences occurs for this gene, the gene will change like this. Means this is due to the mutation. Mutation is a key for the difference or the variations. Here the variation is occur due to mutation. Gene mutation produces alleles with different expressions. But mutation in, we are talking about the coding sequences, we are talking about the gene, but the mutation when occurs in mutation in non-coding sequences, non-coding repetitive DNA have no immediate impact on the genotype and the phenotype. Just you have to understand, if any changes or any causes for the functional coding genes, it will immediately affect on the phenotype. The genotype is tall and tall, it will change to heterozygous tall. If any mutation occurs for this condition, it will change to homozygous dwarf. Means a whole phenotype will change due to the mutation. But if any changes or any mutation for the non-coding, non-coding in the sense it is not involved in the synthesis of protein, means it is directly not involved in the phenotypic expression of the character. That's why there is no difference in the phenotype even after the mutation in non-coding sequences. But remember, it is not an immediate response, it will affect after many generations. Okay, the repetitive sequences usually present in telomeres and centromere regions, that's why it doesn't have that much of effect on the phenotype. Okay, these mutations in the non-coding sequences or basis of DNA causes the polymorphism. Here the mutation in the non-coding basis of DNA causes polymorphism. The DNA polymorphism is a basis for genetic mapping. Here DNA polymorphism is a basis for genetic mapping. This is very important. Okay, genetic mapping of human. This genetic mapping and DNA polymorphism is a key point for the DNA fingerprinting. Just you have to understand the repetitive sequences which are present in between the genes. They are differ from individual to individuals. By using that sequences, we can solve the criminal cases, murder mysteries. those sequences which are repeated many times, those are considered as a satellite DNAs. Based on the base composition, we can have the two types, mini satellite and a micro satellite. Okay, these are very important for the genetic mapping. It is very important to identify the DNA fingerprinting. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about actual technique of DNA fingerprinting. This is all about the principles behind the DNA fingerprinting technique. In the next class we will discuss about a sequence step by step DNA fingerprinting technique.